The first thing that motivates us intrinsically is autonomy. To prove it, we're going to look at a very basic video game, Castle Crashers. Autonomy, freedom, the ability to make your own choices. We love autonomy. You know how when someone tells you to do something you already wanted to do, it makes you want to do it less? That's because the choice was taken away from you. It's suddenly less motivating as you have less freedom. Video games let you choose all the time. You choose your character, you choose their weapon, you choose where they want to go, you choose how to make them grow, you name them, you adopt personalities for them sometimes. You are totally in control. If your older sibling sat behind you and micromanaged your game, it would totally lose its allure. Go here! No, go there! Come fight this guy! That'll take the joy out of it really quick. No other media gives you freedom like that. Choose your own adventure stories, maybe? They don't have the same level of control, though. Freedom makes video games what they are. Games are interactive. You are a participant. It is a piece of media that shapes itself around you and your choices. I get to play this story as a beefy knight that can't use a bow to save his life. I choose my weapons and where I go. Games with lots of freedom are extolled. Skyrim, Breath of the Wild. The freedom is addictive because it's inherently motivating. Games can make it feel like you have more choices in the game than you do in your real life. You choose where to go, how to solve a problem. Your choices affect the story. You are part of it. Developers often let you make decisions that won't matter. Choose your face in Dark Souls just end up looking like this. There are no consequences, but we love the freedom. After seeing that you can customize your face in Dark Souls, my wife spent 20 minutes perfecting her character, only to stop playing as soon as the game actually began. Then I told her that I wanted footage of it, and asked her to make another character, and she spent more time the second time creating a character she never played. Castle Crashers isn't a terribly complex game. There aren't a ton of choices, which is one of the reasons I wanted to highlight it, because it really demonstrates that even in a simple thing, they follow these rules. Because you need to taste freedom, even in a linear game. First off, they have character selection. That the characters are more the same than different doesn't really matter. You get to choose, and there are small consequences. My guy looked cool, but turns out his magic was horrible. On the world map, you can go back and redo the very scripted levels. You can go to a shop, find the things you missed, get more money by fighting the boss over and over. But you make no choices that affect the story. Letting you choose where to go makes you feel in control, though. And we love feeling in control. Creating freedom is essential in games. Games that break this tenet are hated. When choices don't actually affect the story, we lose interest. This is why nobody talks about Mass Effect anymore. It was an incredible open-world game that came out about a decade ago. There was an incredible amount of choice and a whole universe to explore, but they forced an ending on players. They took away their choices, or their freedom. Everyone hated Mass Effect for the same reason force and punishments don't work. Punishments are never as bad as losing your freedom. Punishments are never as bad as losing your freedom. If you want to keep motivation in yourself or others, make sure there is freedom. Sadly, rewards often work the same way. Giving someone money to do something they don't want to do is effectively saying, is your freedom worth $50? How much money does your freedom cost? Because I want to buy it. To the point that rewarding someone to do something, even something they like, will hurt intrinsic motivation. It makes it external when you add rewards in. So remember, autonomy and freedom make something motivating. Small choices, big choices. If you want to be more motivated, find ways to increase your autonomy. Punishments usually don't work because there's almost nothing more valuable than our freedom. So if you want to be more motivated, pay attention to how you feel when you're playing games. Think, how could you add that to your regular life? How could you make sure that you have choices and don't feel forced? Because that will kill your motivation. So I hope you learned something about autonomy and freedom. Tune in next time and we will learn about mastery.